Well, Warner Brothers Discovery, Margot Robbie is attached to star in a prequel to Ocean's 11. Now, the upcoming film is still in development at Warner Brothers and has not been greenlit yet, so Jay Roach is directing this one, though. Carrie Salmon is working on the screenplay as we speak, which is expected to take place far away from Sin City. That's very interesting. In 1960s Europe. The film is expected to go into production in spring of 2023. I wonder if she's going to be a different Ocean. I mean, I would
That's
assume.
What I'm saying. I would assume she's going to be related to George Clooney's character in some way or form.
Well, George Clooney and now Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
So, I mean, talk about a family right there. Shit.
Yeah, okay. I'm all in, though. Anything Margot Robbie does.
Yeah, and I mean, I've always been a fan of this franchise, even though in the original, trilogy, the last two aren't that great, but I mean, I hope they move forward with Ocean's 8, or obviously Ocean's 9 and 10, so we'll see.
Yeah, and I was a fan of Sandra Bullock's. I know too. A lot of people were like, they took it or leave it, but I liked it.
I did too.
So, hey. Warner Brothers also revealed a first look at Mindy Kaling's upcoming animated Scooby-Doo spinoff series, Velma. HBO Max ordered the series from Kaling, who will also executive produce last year. Now, Velma tells the origin story of Velma Dinkley, the unsung and underappreciated brains of the Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. gang. Now, you might remember that after the animated show was announced last year, Twitter blew up with openly racist complaints about Kaling's project, with some pointing out how making Velma into a studious Asian nerd played into stereotypes. Kaling addressed that backlash again this week, saying, quote, "I don't care what you think. If a dog can solve crimes, then Velma can be brown. Hopefully you noticed my Velma is South Asian. If people freak out about that, again, I don't care."
I love that, though. I mean, it's the same as, I know you have differing opinions about it, but it's the same as taking comic book characters and changing them in a way that shows more representation for people of different, ethnicities or different sexual orientations or anything like that. So it's just a character, man. Lay off. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely down with it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, the whole gang would be better represented if they were a mixed group of people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Instead of an all-white gang.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Exactly.
That's that, though.
Yeah, for sure. But HBO also released a trailer for its upcoming limited series this week. Irma Vep, now the writer and director Olivier Oasis, based on the 1996 film of the same name, starring Academy Award winner Alicia Vikander.
Oh.
And the series premieres June 6th on HBO and HBO Max. Now, Alicia plays Mira, an American film star fresh out of a relationship and delusioned by her career. She comes to France to play a role of Irma Vep, an algorithm of a vampire, which is very interesting, in a remake of the French silent film Les Vampires. As she takes on this role, the line between fiction and reality begins to blur, and Mira struggles to grasp the real world that is around her. Now, the series will premiere as an official selection at Cannes prior to its worldwide release, so I'm sure we will get a whole bunch of critically acclaimed reviews before it premieres.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, Alicia, I'm a huge fan, so I'm in. Let's see. The single camera teen comedy Wildlife has received a pilot order at HBO Max, with rising star Isabella Alvarez set as the show's lead. Now, Wildlife follows a diverse group of high school teens who are struggling with personal and social issues, who spend their school hours working at the local animal rescue as part of an alternative educational program. While comedy comes from their quirky, offbeat personalities and the unique setting of high school at the animal rescue, the series will also have heart, as working with animals helps deal with their personal issues with friends and at home. I love this idea.
Yeah, this sounds very cool. I love that. And especially with the younger audience, with mental health being more of a prevalent thing and being more of a discussed topic, I think this will be really cool.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I love that. I know you're kind of sad about this one.
Yeah, Wonder Twin Powers deactivated.
HBO Max completely disbanded this shit. They've officially scrapped the live-action Wonder Twins film. Now, the news comes after only a month after the announcement of KJ Apa and Isabel May had been tapped to play the shapeshifters Zahn and Jaina. I'm sure that was wrong. Black Adam writer Adam Skittle had been tasked with directing this film. It would have marked his feature film debut. Wonder Twins is one of the several scrapped projects taking place after Warner Brothers Discovery merger happened, which saw CEO and President David Zaslav committed to cutting $3 billion in costs. So a lot of things were gone.
Yeah, and you know what? As goofy as the Wonder Twins are in the animated, the origins and all the stuff, it would have been expensive because they do transform into animals, they transform into water, so the special effects would have been pretty outrageous, and so I get that. Yeah. I can see why it was cut for that.
For sure.
All right, now, one of the networks that actually was able to and prepared to present their whole schedule at the upfronts, because a couple of them apparently were not, the CW. The CW has announced its full fall 2022 schedule, which will see the supernatural prequel The Winchesters anchoring Tuesday nights. The series, which follows Sam and Dean's parents, will kick off Tuesdays and lead into the acquired series The Professionals, which will be starring Smallville alum Tom Welling. Now on Mondays, All American remains in the 8 p.m. slot and will be followed by the spin-off All-American Homecoming. On Wednesdays, DC series Stargirl is being moved to a fall primetime slot, kicking off the night at 8 p.m., followed by the third season of Kung Fu. Thursdays belong to Jared Padalecki, with Walker staying in the 8 p.m. slot and leading into the prequel series Walker Independence. Fridays and Saturdays are the alternate programming. Penn and Teller Fool Us and Whose Line Is It Anyway run Fridays, while Magic with the Stars and World's Funniest Animals are on Saturdays. Finally, on Sunday, the acquired series Family Law and The Coroner will air. The CW also announced that Riverdale Season 7 will bow mid-season this time, with that season also being the show's last. The new DC show's Gotham Knight is being held for mid-season also, as are returning shows The Flash, Nancy Drew, and Superman and Lois.
All of this makes sense.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, I'm excited though, And by the way, the CW did say, hey, we are still in the superhero making business.
Yeah.
So guys, don't expect all the DC shows to be canceled.
Just saying. I know a lot of people got scared.